Hi everyone, welcome back to another Cut Above with Chris. Having a few issues with the microphone again. I think it could be the connection on the phone, but that'll be eradicated in probably a month's time when I pick up the new iPhone, hopefully. That's the plan anyway. Just for the upgraded camera, and I can actually get it on a cheaper contract, which helps us out a little bit at the moment financially. Even though I have to re-sign for a newer contract, newer or a longer term, it's still going to save us. And not much, but it'll save us a little bit. Right, head shave. Using the same products as I did for my face shave last night, and I'm just going to get stuck in. So the soap for today is going to be Pure by Gillette, which comes in a 6 fluid ounce tube. It smells incredible, it performs incredible, it lathers amazing, the post shave is exceptional, and I had one of the best shaves I've had for a long time yesterday with it. Even the irritation on my neck was really good. I've got no real redness, I'm still very smooth. My skin felt great after it with no post shave. So let's see how we go with the head shave. Now, I'm going to use the same razor for my head shave, but I'm going to finish off with a cartridge. Oosh! Finish off with a cartridge just because I can't quite get a BBS shave with a with a DE. Sorry, Williams Mug Soap. That's my sort of pre-shave, lather boosting shave soap. Very slick, very good stuff for what it is. I can't lather it at all, but it does perform very, very well. Right, I'm going to flick out most of the water from the brush. I'm just going to dry off the handle just a little bit so we get a good start. I am using, once again, the Simpsons Chubby 2. Surprise, surprise. Full of surprises on this channel. I'm going to use less cream this time, not much less, but I'm going to use less. This stuff is so cheap. Even at $8.50 Australian, even though I paid $4.25, $8.50 Australian, it's an amazing amount of cream, and it's an amazing cream in itself in terms of performance. No alcohol, no parabens, no dyes, no sulfates, and the ingredients list is very clean. But that scent, it's a real good scent strength. It's like around about a 6 on scent strength. Okay, and we're back. I don't know how much I've missed of the video there. I ran out of storage. I recorded the kids today playing soccer. I might actually chuck a few clips in there to laugh for the kids playing soccer, but I might not. Depends how edity I feel when I get there. Most likely won't, you know what I'm like. I don't know if I got this far on the video, I don't think I did. I basically put the cream on the brush. The brush is the Simpsons Chubby 2 in Best Badger. I painted it all over my head. The scent is filling up the bathroom. Just checking this is still recording, it is. And I've just dipped the brush now, and let's start creating the lather. Now I mentioned I'll be using the same razor as my face shave last night, which is the Tatara Masamune Nadachi with 0.9 blade gap. Now, an email went out today, and got one myself from Tatara about the interchangeability of the 3 current base plates, the 2 from the Masamune range and the Nadachi, and the 2 top caps. So if you're part of their mailing list, you will have got that, and it does explain to you the different blade exposures. I think the blade gap stays the same, but the actual blade exposure changes quite significantly from negative blade exposure to, which this one is, I think this is the highest blade exposure, 0.13 or something, I can't remember exactly. And what the blade exposure means is it's how much blade sticks out beyond the angle of the razor. So when it touches your face, the more blade exposure, the more blade feel you should get. So you should feel that blade on your skin directly. This cream is amazing. I know I said it enough times during my face shave. The lather's so easy. It smells incredible. It's very slick. when you pair it with a brush like this, wow. Someone did mention and comment, I don't know if it was on Instagram or Facebook or YouTube, that his Simpsons brushes never see anything but premium artisans, so I'm assuming like Barrister and Mann and Holy Cow and all that. But to be honest, this cream for me is as good as a high quality artisan. It's really surprised me. It's really, really good stuff. I mean, that's glossy, it's dense. I know it's going to be slick, especially with the Williams underneath. And that Williams doesn't affect the scent, which is superb. So there's the lather done. You can see the brush is chock-a-block. Far too much cream. But really, is there such a thing? Of course not. The more lather, the more cream, the better. For me anyway. Right, the Tatara Masamune Nadachi. Beautifully built razor. Quite a heavy razor. For the head shave I prefer the handle length, but it's a very heavy handle. I'm sticking to this one today rather than mixing up to the above the tie Calypso handle, the aluminium. Now I've got, this is like the 4th use I think now on the Gillette Super Stainless, the spoiler vintage blade. Amazing blades, real great longevity on them. Now I'm just going to go straight against the grain because I've only got 2 days growth I think. Look at that. Look at the gloss on that. It's a sensational cream. I'm really impressed by it, and I know I said it several times in the face shave. The razor cleans out nice and clean. Forgot what side I used now. Won't matter too much. I actually tried out the microphone today. It is an external microphone that I attached to my iPhone now. I've been having a few issues with it of late, but it has been working well when it works. I think the issue really lies with the iPhone now. I think it's the connection's not that great now, which is surprising because I actually use a wireless charger, so my connector port doesn't get used that often. Really holds the blade rigid, this razor, like really rigid. Like I say, I'm just going to get this first pass done with the Nadachi, and then I'm going to finish off today with the Coles 5-blade home brand razor, which I can't remember who makes it. I think it may be Persona. Someone has told me. Well, there's a little bit thicker on the back, a little bit drier. You can definitely feel the blade with this razor, but it's not scary blade feel. Just rinse that out. I'm going to rinse the sink out now because it's chock-a-block full of lather. Not so much here, but definitely lather. Fill it back up again. I'm just going to use some of this soap that's already on here just to rub it around. It's got most of the hair off. It's patches that I've missed. I can't be quite as accurate with the one hand. It makes quite a difference to your shave just using one hand, it really does. Makes it a lot more difficult. So, I'll get another lather going now. Lather number 2, look at that. Feel the menthol now. There's a little bit of menthol in this shaving cream, not a lot, but enough that you feel it, enough that it makes your shave enjoyable. I love a bit of cooling sensation in my shave. If you don't like menthol, if it's something you're not into, you don't like that, just cleaning the brush off a little bit. If you don't like that menthol effect, there's not enough in this cream for you to go, oh, this menthol is horrible. It doesn't affect the scent, and it's not a strong menthol, it's just a very light cooling sensation. Obviously if you're allergic to it, that's different. But if you don't like menthol because of that intense cool of the burn or anything like that you get just from the menthol sensation, there's not enough in this to do that, but there's enough to cool your skin. I'm just going to dip the tips and just add a little bit of moisture into this because it's a little bit dry. And this lather is a lot thinner, but that's mainly because there's not much hair left on my head, so I'm sort of trying to lather up on a smooth piece of glass sort of thing, which is quite difficult. Oh, I picked up the Nadachi again. I'm not using the Nadachi, I'm going to use the Coles 5 bland black mate, the 5 blade cartridge razor. Fucking hell, that was hard work. I'm just going to go straight against the grain with it. Well, the Nadachi's knocked pretty much all of that away. That's not cutting anything. Well, a little bit of hair there, that's nice. Now this is a no prep shave as well. I've just literally come in the bathroom and started whacking into a head shave. I don't know if you're hearing this, but there's not much there. There's a little bit there. It's a very efficient little razor this, you know, this cartridge. Just got a little bit there. Super efficient. And because the Nadachi had knocked down pretty much everything, that's it, BBS. In fact, I would probably describe that as very BBS. It's like super smooth. So a quick pass with the Nadachi, a very quick pass with the Coles razor, and there wasn't much left to take down really. There's a couple of patches in the back that I missed, but bang, what a shave. Once again, that cream had really performed way beyond expectation, I have to say. It's really surprised me, that one. Considering it's coming from Gillette, they've really went over and above with this product compared to the gels and the canned goo and all that crap. This stuff is excellent. I think you could use it with or without a brush, I believe. I mean, there's a couple of things in the ingredients list that I need to check up on and see what they are. I'm assuming everything in here is as natural as can be. Now this never gets all the moisture out of these brushes. Just lost another hair. I've lost a few hairs, I have to say. Nothing that's making me worried yet. Oh, that's scent. But yeah, let me just check, see if I get any blood. Bound to have one spot, one tiny spot. Now once again, I just want to highlight the post shave on this cream is really top drawer. I'm really impressed with this post shave. It's like satin but moisturised. I can't really describe it. The closest way I could describe it would be once you finish the shave with Wickham and you use Wickham balm, it leaves your skin feeling silky smooth and satin feeling, but very moisturised at the same time. And that is what that feels like. What a shave, really. Absolutely brilliant, top drawer. Really impressed. So we started off with Williams Mug Soap, which for me, as a pre-shave, the way I use it now, I'm really happy with it. It's not a soap that I would ever really go back to using as a soap in its own right, but it adds to anything else you put it with. It's very lightly scented, so it doesn't affect most scents, or it won't affect most scents. If you go with lightly scented soap, then it's going to affect it a little bit, but not much. Gillette Pure, or Pure by Gillette. Free from alcohol, dyes, parabens and sulphate. Soothing shave cream with aloe, 6 fluid ounces, 177 mils. There's your ingredients list right there, if you want to have a look at that. And there's a little bit of a spiel on there. Let me just see if it actually tells you the best way to use it. Let me see. Wet skin with warm water, then lather up the cream with hands or a brush and spread evenly on skin, shave and rinse. So it doesn't actually say to lather it, which is great. It's a cracking lathering cream, it really is. It's very simple to work with. It lathers, it explodes, you know, and using a heavy, dense brush like that, once I try this with a synthetic, you really see it explode. I mean, that explodes with that brush. It will go massive with a synthetic. The brush for today, as you've seen several times, is the Chubby 2 in Best Badger, which is an absolutely gorgeous little brush. I say little, the knot's not little, it's a 27mm knot in terms of diameter, but it's a chubby, stubby little handle. It's very comfortable to hold, and for just a knot, it's great. It holds onto the lather, but it releases it without it getting all over the handle and making a total mess. The razor for today, to start off with, the first pass was done with the Nadache Masamune, the Masamune Nadache from Tatara Shaving in Portugal. CNC machined out of solid 303 stainless, 303 I think this is as well, same as the Calf. The finish and the fit and everything on this razor are absolutely impeccable, they really are. And just as an update, they are looking at making a mass-produced or a mainstream handle for it, something more for the masses rather than this unique Nadache Japanese style handle that they've made for it, which for that market is perfect, and it does look beautiful. It's lovely to hold, it's a really nice handle, but it just doesn't do it for me in terms of just overall effect of when I pick up, I go, I love this. When I pick up the carve razor, I really like the handle on that. Even the above the tie one, the Calypso, it's a really nice little handle. This one's just too round and bubbly looking for me. Too many round circles and things on it. I like a little bit more to it. You know, a little bit more modern with a classic look to it. Yeah, you can't really describe it till you get them in your hand. It's nicer in person, it's nicer in your hand, but it's not as nice as it should be. And it's letting the head down really, because the head shaves amazingly well. And finished off today with the Coles 5-blade cartridge, which is cheap as chips and shaves very well, gives me super smooth BBS. The cream's worked amazing, the brush is amazing, both razors worked well. Can't ask for more than that. Stay safe, drive safe, don't drink and drive, and I'll catch you guys next time. Cheers.